Chapter 30. But now, Job had just remembered his former life, respected, useful, and close to God. But now, everything had changed. And so he began again with 2 words that carried all the weight of grief. He said,
"But now they mock me, men younger than I, whose fathers I would have disdained to put with the dogs of my flock."
He described them, men without strength, cast-offs from society, wanderers who lived among rocks and thorns. These were now his tormentors. He said,
They were driven out from among men. They shouted at them as at a thief. They dwell in the clefts of the valleys. Among the bushes they brayed. Under the nettles they nestled. They were sons of fools. Yes, sons of vile men. They were scourged from the land. And now I am their taunting song. Yes, I am their byword.
Those who had once been beneath him now spat at him, mocked him, avoided him like a curse. He said,
They abhor me. They keep far from me. They do not hesitate to spit in my face. Because he has loosed my bowstring and afflicted me, they have cast off restraint before me.
Job knew where this all came from. God had allowed it. God had removed the boundaries of protection. He continued,
At my right hand the rabble arises. They push away my feet, and they raise against me their ways of destruction. They break up my path. They promote my calamity. They come as broad breakers. Under the ruinous storm, they roll along.
And then Job turned inward to his physical pain, his emotional exhaustion, and the haunting silence of heaven. He said,
Terrors are turned upon me. They pursue my honor as the wind, and my prosperity has passed like a cloud. And now my soul is poured out because of my plight. The days of affliction take hold of me. My bones are pierced in me at night, and my gnawing pains take no rest.
There was no comfort in the night, only pain and confusion. He said,
By great force my garment is disfigured. It binds me about as the collar of my coat. He has cast me into the mire, and I have become like dust and ashes.
Then Job did the only thing he could still do, cry out. He said,
I cry out to you, but you do not answer me. I stand up, and you regard me. But you have become cruel to me. With the strength of your hand you oppose me. You lift me up to the wind and cause me to ride on it. You spoil my success. For I know that you will bring me to death, and to the house appointed for all living.
Yet even in this storm of suffering, Job still appealed to justice, to the fairness he once believed in. He asked,
Surely he would not stretch out his hand against a heap of ruins if they cry out when he destroys it. Have I not wept for him who was in trouble? Has not my soul grieved for the poor?
In other words, I showed compassion to the broken. Why won't God show compassion to me? He said,
But when I looked for good, evil came to me. And when I waited for light, then came darkness. My heart is in turmoil and cannot rest. Days of affliction confront me. I go about mourning, but not in the sun. I stand up in the assembly and cry out for help. I am a brother of jackals and a companion of ostriches. My skin grows black and falls from me. My bones burn with fever. My harp is turned to mourning, and my flute to the voice of those who weep.
This was no longer just lament, it was the sound of a man unraveling. But Job hadn't let go. He hadn't cursed God, and he wasn't done speaking yet.